Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that is so important, but honestly, something we don't think about until it's way too late: fire safety. We're going to give you the knowledge you need to see the risks that might be hiding in your own home and to understand exactly what you're dealing with if a fire ever does break out. And the first thing you need to know is just how often this actually happens.
So just look at this number for a second: 13,029. According to the Bureau of Fire Protection, that's how many fire incidents were reported in the Philippines back in 2022. To put that in perspective, that is more than one fire starting every single hour. It's not just a statistic, it's a constant, real thing happening all around the country.
And here's the part that really gets me. Most of these fires, they don't happen because of some big, dramatic, crazy event. Nope. They start with the most ordinary, everyday things that we all use without even thinking about it. The stuff that's probably sitting in your house right now.
Okay, so let's jump right in and name names. Let's identify these common culprits. Because understanding what causes a fire, well, that's the absolute best way to stop one before it ever starts.
Just take a look at this list. Seriously, faulty wiring, leaving the stove on, that old appliance with a frayed cord, a candle you forgot about. Does any of this sound familiar? I bet it does. These are basically the usual suspects when it comes to house fires, hiding in plain sight in our daily routines.
And that brings me to this quote, which I think just hits the nail on the head. It says that knowing the cause isn't quite enough. To be truly ready, you have to get that fire is a multifaceted opponent. It has 5 different faces, which means a fire isn't just a fire. It belongs to a specific class.
So, let's meet the enemy, shall we? Here are the 5 classes of fire. And you really need to know these, because using the wrong solution on the wrong fire, well, it can make things 100 times worse.
First up, we've got the one you see most often: Class A. This is your classic fire. We're talking solid stuff like wood, paper, cloth. And the easiest way to remember it, just think. Class A is for ash, because that's what's left behind. Simple, right?
Then there's Class B. These fires are a whole different beast. They're fueled by flammable liquids or gases, so gasoline, cooking oil, paint, that kind of thing. The trick here? B is for boil. And whatever you do, never throw water on a Class B fire. It's a disaster. It just splashes the burning liquid everywhere and spreads the fire.
Okay, Class C. This one is all about electricity. Any fire that involves plugged-in, energized equipment is a Class C fire. And the big, unforgettable danger here is the electrical current. So, C is for current. Using water here is a huge no-no. You could get a severe shock. The first move is always to kill the power if you can.
Now, Class D fires. These are pretty rare in a normal house, but they are incredibly dangerous. They involve combustible metals, things like magnesium or potassium. They burn insanely hot and can actually explode if they come into contact with water. The memory trick is a little bit of a stretch, I'll admit, but think of how you can dent a piece of metal. So D is for
And last but not least, we have Class K. This one's specifically for fires from cooking oils, fats, and greases, which makes the memory trick for this one super easy. K is for kitchen. And just like those Class B fires, water is the absolute worst thing you can use on a grease fire.
Okay, deep breath. That's 5 different classes, 5 different fuels, 5 completely different ways you have to deal with them. In the heat of the moment, when you're panicking and your adrenaline is through the roof, how on earth are you supposed to remember which is which?
Well, the good news is you don't have to be a genius. There's a brilliantly simple little memory hack for this. It's a tool that can make all the difference when every single second counts. And here it is, the whole cheat sheet. Let's run through it. A is for ash, B is for boil, C is for current, D is for dent, and K is for kitchen. Say it with me: ash, boil, current, dent, kitchen. Burn that into your brain and you'll know exactly what kind of enemy you're up against.
And let's be absolutely crystal clear about why this is so important. Using the wrong extinguisher or substance isn't just useless. It can be catastrophic. You throw water on a grease fire, you get a giant fireball. You use it on an electrical fire, you risk electrocution. Knowing the class of fire isn't just helpful,
It's everything.
So we'll leave you with this one question to think about. Now that you know all this, what's the one thing you are going to check in your home today? Is it that outlet that has way too many things plugged into it? That can of paint sitting next to the water heater? Just take a minute to really think about it. Because 5 minutes of prevention today is worth, well, absolutely everything.